Hey, I hope everybody's Halloween was great, and I hope your autumn season is going just as good, if not better. Today we have a great review for you from the Sofa Kingdom podcast. They are at Sofa Kingdom on Instagram. Really great group of guys, hilarious, really fun to talk with, and I think you'll really be interested in what they have to say about The Thing from 1982. I know I am. And yeah, so with no further ado, please welcome and give a very eager ear to the guys at Sofa Kingdom.
All right, so we'll talk about The Thing. Yeah, 1980s horror movie. John Carpenter's works. Severely underrated, in my opinion. It was a box office flop.
Holds up really well.
Yes, compared to the horror movies that are being put out today, it's. I definitely think The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, just because it's that psychological aspect.
And I forgot how much actual body horror there was in it as well.
Yeah, you could definitely put it up there with like what the hell was that other Beyond the Beyond and stuff like that. Other movies that are like Lovecraftian horror and dysmorphia,
but it's more
and
practical.
Yes.
Little to no CGI.
Yes.
Use.
Yeah.
That's what I was impressed with. How horrific it looked.
Yeah.
But how well done it looked.
Yeah.
For the time period, because I was expecting some like.
Yeah, because it was 1982. I mean, that's like.
But that's the difference with the practical.
E.T. was coming out that year.
That's what I was expecting. Some like Muppets, like you see somebody's hand up a thing's ass in the corner, like.
As a matter of
spooky.
As a matter of fact, that movie actually got a lot of backlash for John Carpenter.
Really?
Yeah, and it ended up damaging his career because the amount of people that were grossed out by the movie when it first came out. Like, because there was a lot of disturbing stuff for 1982.
You forget how weak people were back with those types of movies.
Similar to
They're still weak.
To RoboCop. RoboCop had a similar showing in the the theaters.
Oh, you mean the guy getting blown to fucking pieces in the first minute? Yeah, that definitely turned a lot of people off.
The only
Honey, get the kids. Let's go see RoboCop.
The only problem I had with The Thing was really mainly in the opening sequence with the world's shittiest sniper. Number one, no field of vision with glasses that cover most of your eyes.
He's wearing the snow blindness glasses while trying to shoot a sniper from a helicopter at a running dog.
And then he's on the ground. He's on the ground 5 feet away from the dog, and this is the motherfucker.
Listen, to be fair, they're Norwegian. They're known for their sailing capabilities. They are not known for their accuracy.
But like, if you're worried about that thing getting out, maybe don't worry about blindness so much.
If the guy would have thrown a hatchet, he probably would have hit the dog. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He had it only attached to a rope.
I mean, they had
and
plenty
20 minutes of montage practice.
They can't throw grenades either. The guy
kerosene and grenades. They could have chucked at the thing, hover over top, throw some kerosene on it, and light a grenade. I mean,
I might be wrong on that. Are they Norwegian or Swedish?
What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Listen, man. Yeah.
Listen, their chocolate is amazing. Let's go with that.
I guess that's Swiss. You son of a...
Oh, damn it.
Either way,
they're gummy fish. They're gummy fish.
Either way, you don't gotta fear their snipers.
That's right.
No, you don't. No.
Listen,
or they're grenade throwing.
Was this technically Escape from New York #1 with Kurt Russell?
I don't know if was Escape from New York. Was this before or after it? It feels like before.
Could it be considered
early.
a prequel to when the world gets destroyed?
It would be.
I'll look it up. But the thing is good. It does a good job of throughout the movie of having that whole creepy aura of you're isolated. You're in Antarctica. There's not like a quickie mart down the fucking street. Like you're stuck.
Yeah.
Like it's just you and the people you're with.
And it shows you the thing right away. Like it doesn't hide the fact that there's something going on and you're trying to figure it out. They're like, no, there's a thing and it's taking over bodies. Can you figure out who it is?
Escape from New York came out the year before this.
Interesting.
So literally, he went. Kurt Russell was busy.
Right. Yeah. As he should be. He's one of the best actors of his time. So I mean, the Thing. There was another scene in The Thing that was actually pretty funny in a horror movie, where like the Thing is attacking people, they kill it, and the guy's tied up. He's like, "Get me the fuck out of here!" Or untie me, motherfuckers! I was like, brilliant.
I know you're talking about.
Or they're all tied down to the chairs. Yeah.
It's the guy that has the handgun or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not spend the rest of winter tied to this fucking couch.
That's it.
It is a great line.
Yeah.
It is a great line.
Yeah, that was a good one. And the only thing is that the racism in the movie that was so blatant.
It's
and
81,
hilarious.
man. It's 81.
No, because as soon as they're like, all right, we need to pick a leader, and as soon as the black guy steps up, like, I'll be the leader, they're all like, nah, thanks, bro. And then Kurt, you're the guy. I'm like, what the fuck? We have a strong American man here. He wants to be the leader. They're like, nah, man.
He was very aggressive throughout the movie.
No, he really was.
He was not a good choice.
To be fair, if I was in that situation, I would be more like that man. I'd be like, we need to kill whatever the fuck
I'd be
this
the
is
doctor. I'd be the
right
doctor
away.
cutting all the communication. I'd be destroying the helicopter. Nah, this ain't getting out. We're gonna die, but we ain't. No,
But this ain't going nowhere.
Right. I'm the guy they lock in the woods.
But even
Or
then,
the woodshed.
that's not. I mean, for as panicked as he was, and he wasn't thinking far enough ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The thing lived in the ice.
Right.
So if he destroys the communications, eventually they're going to come looking for them.
Right.
And it's going to still be alive, and they're going to all be dead.
This is true.
So
this is true.
his plan
I didn't
was
think
a terrible fucking plan.
But he probably wasn't thinking well.
So essentially, all he did was severely inconvenience them.
Yes.
And made them all die.
He gave the human race an extra 6 months, maybe,
So
for winter to clear up and them to send a crew to find out what happened to the station.
So we're being attacked by an alien life form. You severely handicapped us, sir. Now we cannot tell the rest of the world. Don't come looking for
You're
us.
really helping it out at this point.
Yeah, and they really had a disregard for dog life. Where the fuck was PETA during the filming of this movie?
He was there. There was the one guy crying about the dogs the whole fucking time.
Yeah, man, they just
I believe his name was Fuchs.
Yeah. But I don't even know if that's how dogs would respond in that situation. I guess fear because they don't know what it is. But I would think that dogs backed against a wall would fight for their lives. Especially those kinds of dogs that live out in
huskies?
in Alaska where they're prone to see
They would also die.
and bears.
And be absorbed.
They would, but I mean, give them guys a fucking fighting chance. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of the dogs got out until what's his name decided to kill the dogs with an axe.
Yeah, I mean, he was right. He was right to do that. You don't know what it's gonna be.
If I'm not
It's
mistaken,
let's
he's the
narrow it
same
down.
guy that was destroying the communication. He's just a universal universal dickhead.
They didn't
I
have
also
a very...
apologize because these guys are going to have to see me just eat and crush all myself. The thing could have been about me. I mean,
What'd you say?
Yeah, no one there had a really good plan of what to do. They kept separating and leaving people alone. Like, why are you? As soon as you're separating, all of a sudden you leave with two people, and you think one person might be it. Now, out of those two people might now be it. Like, you need to move in groups of 3 if you're suspecting one person.
The intelligence factor
is contaminated
in the movie is not very high. It's not.
That-
This thing can assimilate and look like any of us. Okay, now separate. What?
And
No.
for like a group of scientists and hunters, it's like you guys kind of shit the bed.
Yeah.
you really shit the bed here. The best part was like when the thing was like slowly coming out and the guy's just like walking over to it like, hey, it's consumed like 3 other people and like 10 dogs. Let me go see what's going on over here. Like, bitch, the door was right there. I'm looking at him like the door is right there.
Yeah.
Close it. Get the fuck out. What are you doing?
No, it's a terrifying scenario.
Damn. So, I mean, overall, guys, for a 1982 film, for me, I liked it.
And
I'm not into horror movies. I would like to preface that. Really not into those kinds of horror films, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was excellent.
I enjoyed it too, and I think it stands the test of time. As far as like, I mean, would you put it up there with like a Hallmark, like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street? I think you could, just because it's a standalone title.
And especially because the visuals themselves really do hold up because it was all practical effects.
No, those visuals were pretty wild. Like, I was really impressed for the age of the film, what I was seeing, because I was really expecting a lot less.
I mean, there's nothing like watching an old movie and then it's up-res to high definition.
Yeah.
And you can see the background is the matte paintings of the background. Like, oh, this was intended for 480.
Yeah.
Like, it's not made for 1080p, let alone like a 4K, like where you could see everything that's bad about the way it used to be done.
They remade it in like what 2011, or they did like a newer version of this.
Yeah.
It did not.
It didn't hold up.
No,
It didn't
the
do as
original
well.
is definitely by far better.
I think when it comes to a lot of those things, you got to leave the classics alone.
Yep.
Leave them where they stand, and enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about Final Fantasy VII, but no one listens to me. Whatever.
So overall, guys, would you recommend this movie for somebody to jump into the horror genre?
If you like
watch?
horror movies and you haven't seen this movie, why?
You have to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a classic, and it does absolutely hold up.
I would legitimately say 9 out of 10. It's got if you're a horror movie guy, it's everything you're looking for.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. I really did. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because I don't like horror.
That's fair.
But for what it was dope. It was dope. Ed?
I'll go in the middle, 8.5.
There you go. All right, there you go.
All right, this guy's fucking Price is Right guy. All right.
Solid film.
We are the hosts of the Sofa Kingdom podcast. You can find us on all your social media platforms at
Sofa Kingdom OFC.
And you can find us on YouTube at
Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
We hope you enjoyed this little clip, and thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure.
Random outro music.
Sorry I ate all over myself.
No, we watched you eat that entire thing all to yourself. We're talking about blood and guts, and he's like, this is,
that pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen a Serbian film? Now, there was a family film.
No, I have not.
I'm sure these guys have. They're a podcast.
If it's anything like Russian metal music videos.
Oh, kind of. I mean, yeah, it's some dark stuff in there, though. Serbian film stays with you.
A little Baba Yaga.
I'm good. Oh, Baba Yaga.
No, there's some darkness in a Serbian film. I don't even know if I can talk about it on our podcast.
What's that one, Chernobyl, that came out that was just so grotesque?
Yeah.
People were like, we're good. One season, thank you.
All right, and there you have it from the guys at Sofa Kingdom Podcast. I really appreciate these guys coming in and doing a guest episode for me. I realized a little bit into recording these that I was in way over my head, and especially because of a couple things that happened. But I appreciate their efforts, and they did a great job. I really want them back to do another, even just like a regular movie, like during the year. So, what do you guys think? I thought they did a great job, especially for the time they had. And it was pretty insightful, and I would say pretty concise too. I mean, this was a pretty short video, especially for us. So thank you guys so much at the Sofa Kingdom Podcast. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. This is a great movie to talk about, and I'm so glad you guys were able to. To everybody listening, thank you so much for listening. I hope you had a happy Halloween, and I hope you have a great rest of your year. Please show this video to a friend. Let them know about the Sofa Kingdom podcast and the Laneflix Media channel. They are at Sofa Kingdom, SOFAKINGDOM on Instagram. I believe they're also on Twitter, but I know for sure they're on Instagram. Great page, hilarious. So go give them a check. Go give them a follow, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. Happy Halloween.